Alright guys, today we are in something a little bit different than usual. So this is a VE SS, and as you can see, it's not just any VE SS, this is a HDT, sort of a mock-up. Now they did do real ones, however the reason I've included this on the channel is because everything in here is genuine HDT parts, like all the badges and all of the body kit. But in terms of what this is like to drive, which is going to be the focus of this video, it's just a manual SS. So as you can see, it's a wagon. So this car is, you know, it's a little bit different because it's from an era where you could have a family wagon like this car, even though this is based on the sedan. So it's the same length and everything, but obviously it's a bit of a hatchback. But you can get it in a 6-speed manual with a V8 6-litre, which is what this is. Standard motor. Does have an exhaust, which sounds fantastic, and it is very low, but it looks great, and I will show you what it looks like later on in the video. But it's been a long time since I've really, it sounds good, doesn't it? Since I've enjoyed having a VE, because if you guys don't know, my first car was actually a VE, and yeah, it's just been a long time since I've driven one, especially a manual, and they are a little bit, yeah, they can be a little bit hard to drive. I did stall it the first hour or so that I had this car. I have stalled it once, but not since then. So once it's safe, we'll go for a drive. But yeah, I do like this bonnet protector. Sorry, I do like the bonnet scoop and everything, but only because, again, it's all genuine stuff. I'm not normally into mock-ups and everything, but when it's all genuine gear, I'm okay with it, because they never did actually hang on, so they actually never did a wagon, and because it's the same chassis as the sedan, all of the gear fits on the rear end, and obviously the front end is all the same as a normal VE. So yeah, so it's got like a grille, a bonnet scoop, obviously the interior. The red dash is factory, so obviously this car is red. That hasn't been changed, so that's the original dash from the SS series, and I think it's an SSV. And I really like the red dash. I think it looks great, and obviously it's all black headlining in here, and you know, it's just, I totally get why people drive these. I think these make really good daily drivers, and you know, look, are they as fast as the XR6 Turbo that I had on the channel? No, they're not as fast, and they are, you know, reasonably thirsty. What are we getting here? 15 litres per 100k. Oh yeah, this one's got 170,000 kilometres. Yeah, close to 171,000 kilometres on the clock. So reasonably low Ks, but it drives great. It really does drive nice. You know, it's got all of the stuff that you would need, navigation and Bluetooth and all of that stuff. So no, it's a really cool car, and I thought that it would be good to have something a little bit more modern on the channel. Obviously these are 6-litre V8, and again, like I said before, it's from an era where you could go get a family car, you know, wagon, go camping in it or whatever, tow, and have a 6-litre V8 6-speed manual. And this is, you know, this is what is missing from new cars. And when I say that, look, I could daily drive this or a VF, absolutely, but that's probably my cutoff, I think, for newer cars. There's very, very few exceptions, and the one that comes to mind is actually a Mazda MX-5. That's probably one of my favourite cars, like a new car that I've driven. And obviously, if you guys don't know, I'm a carpenter, so every now and then I'm in the tradies cars. So we've got a Ranger, and you know, there's a new Renault and all that, and they're okay. Like, they're not bad cars, but this is a million times more fun to drive. Like, it's not even close. And just, it sounds great. It really does sound good. And one thing that I love about V8s, I'll just slow down so I don't lose my license here, is, you know, you can go down to, so we're in an 80 zone and there's no one behind us, so you can go down to 60 and we're only in 5th, and it just, always has that go, and that's what's fantastic about 8s. Yeah, and the owner of this car has another one of these that's auto, and he actually prefers the auto, and I think he mentioned that it goes better, and it absolutely might, you know, there's no question about that, but there's something about this that makes this car really fun to drive. Makes me feel like a little kid. And I reckon if I had you know, oh no, I've got to slow down. It's just really, really great fun. Really, really cool. I know we're only sitting on the highway at 100 k's or 80 k's now, but yeah, it's a great place to be. And again, because this is a wagon, it's really cool. You know, you can have a lot of family time, and you know, these days are just gone. And I will do a proper overview of this car, but again, the vast majority of the differences between this and a normal VESS is just the sort of body kit, but I will show you that in a second. But yeah, it's mostly just the outside. It's really, the running gear and the interior is no different. But no, it's a great car, and you know, I am selling my Toyota Hiace, and just driving this thing makes me think, you know, something like this would be an awesome daily driver, and it would fit with the channel as well. 15 litres per 100 k's, you know, it's not the best, but I can live with that if it's good fun. I'd probably go a Ute, I think, and it would have to be a 6-speed, obviously, and it would have to be an SS, but they're just again, we're not doing 10-second quarter miles, but it almost doesn't matter, because just the noise this makes this car, and I know that sounds obvious, but yeah, this is the best part of the car, where a lot of the earlier, or some of the other cars that I've been driving on the channel, the 5 litres, I'm okay with them being auto. Actually, admittedly, I haven't driven an automatic one of these, so maybe my mind will change, but I still enjoy the autos. But this is great fun to drive. It's really cool, and it's not undrivable on the road. Like, you can go, because this is such a big heavy car, you can kind of, not that you should, and I'm not saying that you should, but you can flat foot it everywhere, and you're not going to end up in a, you know, or maybe not in the rain, but you're not going to end up going spinning wheels at 100 k's an hour like you were in that XR6 Turbo that I had. So you can enjoy this on the road, but still be sensible. And I know that that's a bit Captain Boring, but you know, that is important. You know, you don't want to hurt yourself or anyone else. And actually, the other thing that I wanted to mention is just how big this car feels. And it's not just this car, it's all of the VF, and I haven't driven a VF. Oh, actually, yes, I have. But all the VE and bodies are like this. I think it just feels huge. And I guess I'm just used to driving the VS. It just feels really, really big. So, and it feels heavy, but sounds great. All right, I'll park up in a second, and I'll show you guys what's going on the outside of this car. But again, it does have a HDT body kit, but it gets a pass, like I said, because everything is genuine HDT parts. If I'm not a big fan of stuff just being stuck on, but because this car's been done properly, I'm okay with it. A tribute. They actually never did a wagon, so it's not trying to be something anyway. But let's park up, and I'll show you guys what the outside looks like. Guys, we've just parked up, and I just thought I'd show you the outside of the car. Now, as I said before, it is a mock-up SS. It's quite low, but I love these wheels. I think they really, really suit it. The SS stickers, and I don't know what you call these things, but those are genuine. It's got genuine grille. It's got the genuine HDT bonnet scoop. These are the side skirts of the HDT VE, SS. But yeah, other than that, like, it just looks great. I just love the way that it looks. It sits really low, again, drives really nice. And there is our 6 litre V8. It is a little bit dusty, but like I said, standard motor, totally stock. But this is back in the day when you could get a family car like this with a 6 litre V8 engine, Corvette running gear. So yeah, really, really cool piece of kit. I love this thing. Because this is the same wheelbase as the sedan, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was only a short one, but I will do a proper overview of this car. And I think the manual really makes this car, and I've really enjoyed driving it. And if you'd like your car on the channel, please get in touch. I love featuring and driving all of these pieces of Australian history, and I'm quite booked out at the moment, but I would love to book yours in as well. If these are your kind of videos, please follow along, subscribe, and thank you for watching.